Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Eddie. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to yet another Patreon speed paint video. So, this month is the year of the monkey, or, well, yes, this year is the year of the snake, but this month is the year of the monkey. Oh my goodness. It is so hard for me to do these videos because each month is technically like a year that goes by. So it is really, really confusing for me. But anyway, this month is representative of Year of the Monkey. And if you are new to this channel and you haven't seen one of these videos before, for the year of 2025, I am doing a different animal of the Chinese zodiac for every single month. We started with the Year of the Snake because it's the Year of the Snake, and we're going to wrap around the entire calendar, excluding the cat. I'm so sorry, Fruits Basket fans. And it is so ironic because Fruits Basket is the reason that I chose this prompt. I'm just so sorry. Anyways, I'm thinking about sneaking a cat into the one for the rat, but I haven't gotten there yet, so I don't know. I might forget. Anyways, so what I like to do for these videos is I like to talk about the sign itself, some of the traits that are associated with it, maybe little fun facts and stuff, and then talk about the character that I designed and why I designed them that way, kind of like their personality and their vibe and everything like that. So starting off with some of the traits that I found. So monkeys are lively, sociable, innovative. Basically, it's like your super smart friend that has like a ton of energy and is like yapping all of the time about all these things and knows everything all of the time. I also found out different signs are associated with different metals. So in previous research, so basically I'm learning new things about the signs every single month. Like I'll find something that I didn't find in previous months. So I know that there's like elements that are associated with the signs, but I thought the elements were exclusive to like the year in which you were born. But apparently the signs in general also have things or like elements that they're associated with just like as a whole. And apparently for monkey, it's metal. Something else I really like to do is talk about the lucky and unlucky colors that are associated with every sign, and then try to incorporate that into the color palette for the piece. I didn't do that for January because January I was just focusing on like lucky colors in the like Chinese New Year culture as a whole, which is just red and gold. So that's what I did for January, but ever since then I've been doing lucky colors. And then last month I incorporated unlucky colors as well. And that bit me in the butt a little bit because if you don't know, when I am blending and like rendering and stuff like that, I really, really, really like to use an analogous color palette. So what that means is colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. And I believe last month my colors were purple and red and brown, I think, which is funny because the unlucky colors are very similar for this month. But last month my colors were purple, red, and brown, and one of my unlucky colors was blue. And that was really difficult for me actually because, and I didn't expect this to be. So because I use analogous colors, I was really struggling to shade any of the parts that were purple because my instinct was to go over towards the blue, pick some blue, and then, you know, shade and deepen my purple with that color. But because it was unlucky, I had to stay away from that. Another unlucky color I think was black. Like I said, I said it was blue and black. So when I made the initial sketch, I didn't realize I made the undershirt for March black. And then I had to go back and change it because I was like, oh my god, that's the unlucky color. I need to figure out how to alter this so I still have like some balance around the piece. And I think I ended up going with like as deep of a purple as I possibly could so it looked like it was black, but it wasn't actually black, and I think that worked really, really well. But yeah, I honestly I didn't expect the unlucky colors to have such an impact on the piece. I really, you know, just had them in there for fun. I didn't think that, you know, I was gonna end up really struggling with that. So I wanted to pay close attention to that again this month. So our lucky colors are white, gold, and blue, which I was not jazzed about. I really was not jazzed about. It's fine as a color palette, but also one of the colors being white, it was like, ugh, oh my god, it's so boring. That means I really only have 2 colors to work with technically, because I would never want like a main like element of the character design to be just white, because I think it's boring. Maybe I would do that as like an accessory or something, but like the idea of like a main feature of the piece being white, I was just like, oh no, I don't want that. And the unlucky colors were red, purple, and black, which again seems like it wouldn't be an issue, but purple's in there. Purple is in there, and one of our lucky colors is blue, which means that I had to pay a lot of attention to the types of blues that I was using, so I wasn't using anything close to purple or that I would be tempted to shade with purple. And then I was like, I really was not feeling the color palette this month, so I was so glad when I accidentally stumbled upon each sign has lucky colors for every year. So white, blue, and gold are lucky colors for the monkey in general. But for 2025 specifically, I found lucky colors for that sign for this year. And that is like a soft grassy green, a pastel yellow, and a brown. A brown. Thank God. Because bear in mind, we are drawing a monkey. Could I do a yellow monkey? Sure, yeah, I mean, I guess, but like, little brown monkey would be so adorable. Like, I'm thinking like Super Monkey Ball type aesthetic, or like, oh gosh, there's this artist that draws the cutest little monkeys. I cannot recall. I will put their name on screen here if I remember. But they're so freaking adorable. I love how this person draws monkeys. I wanted to draw a lot of inspiration from them, but I ended up drawing more inspiration from a character who I don't even think is a monkey. Let me Google. I don't know what this creature is. It's from this Russian cartoon that I used to watch all of the time as a kid. Let me see. What? An animal unknown to science, apparently. But he looks like a dang monkey. His name is Chiburashka, and he is adorable. I love him very much. I will also put him on screen here. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about, right? You can see the monkey inspo. I didn't mean to make him so Chiburashka coded, but by the time he was finished, I was like, yeah. He's giving my little Chibu boy. But he's adorable. I love him very much, and I really love the monkey this month. The last thing that I like to mention is the flower for the month. And for monkeys, it is peony. Well, technically it's not for monkeys, actually. Correction. It's the birth flower. So if you were born in April, your birth flower would be a peony. So April babies, fellow April babies, we won because there's so many blossoms in here. There are so many blossoms in here. I was gonna lose my mind. The last 3 months have been blossoms so far, and I almost cried because I don't know if this was the podcast, which, quick Patreon plug. Well, this whole video is technically a Patreon plug because let's just get it out of the way. If you like what you're seeing on screen, if you like this illustration, if you're interested in hearing this podcast that I just mentioned, check out the Patreon. It's patreon.com/eddiescribs. And if you really want to check out the Patreon, feel free to subscribe as well, because like obviously if you want to give me money, then you want to watch my videos too frequently, I would assume. So if you want to do that, go ahead and do that. I would very much appreciate it. These rewards will be available through Taro all the way up to Chamomile. Taro is download, and Matcha and Chamomile are physical rewards, so you will be receiving those in the mail if you are interested in these pieces. I love them so much. Anyways, so I don't remember if it was in the podcast or if it was like in a different video or something, but I cheated and I looked ahead to what the flower for next month was going to be for May, and I saw a blossom again and I almost started crying, but it's a pomegranate blossom. So it looks way different than the previous three, which were all stone fruit variants, so they all looked very similar. I think I even made a joke about it in March's Patreon video, because I like put them all in grayscale, and I was like, I dare you to tell me which blossom goes to which flower. If you haven't seen like the illustration for that month, I want you to tell me which one's the peach, which one's the apricot, and which one is the plum. I dare you. You can't. You cannot. There's no way of telling. There is no way. So, oh my goodness. I was not excited to draw another blossom, but they're drastically different. Thank God. So that will be fun to illustrate next month. Anyways, I was really happy to draw a peony because peonies are my peonies are my favorite flower, and it's April, and that's my birthday month, so I get my favorite flower in my birthday month. Awesome. I love that for me. So yeah. And the reason that I like to put so much emphasis on the birth flower is actually because of the way that I do the animals every single month. I partially chose this challenge because there were 12 of them, and so that would make things a little bit easier on me, but at the same time it would be a little bit challenging because I don't draw animals often in my illustrations, if at all. I've done a few like pet portraits for commissions, but I really don't draw character plus animal, like character plus sidekick or something like that. I don't really draw animals at all. Every once in a while I'll do like a study of like a kitty cat, but I don't draw animals a lot. So I thought that this would be really fun to challenge me to draw more animals every single month, but I didn't want it to be like super annoying where I'm like forcing myself to like stylize an animal perfectly in my style. If that makes sense. Like, I wanted to be able to be flexible with how I represented the animals each month. So January was a snake. I did that as a tattoo because I thought it would be cool. Initially, I wanted to do them all as tattoos, actually. And then I was like, horse. How am I gonna do a horse tattoo? I don't, and like make it look. I also was like, okay, like even if I figured out how to do a horse tattoo, how am I going to show character with tattoo without doing the same pose every single time? I mean, at best, like, especially if I was gonna keep these all like bust portraits, it's like, okay, I can show one arm, then the other arm, and then a back, and then just keep rotating a different character around. That didn't sound bueno to me. That didn't sound like fun. It sounded like it would get really repetitive, but I still wanted to figure out how I could, you know, tie all of these pieces together, even if I was interpreting all of the animals differently. So like, January was a tattoo, February I did a My Little Pony, March was literally just a regular goat. And the thing that ties all of these elements together is I have the same sort of like flat gradient background with a little rectangle border, and then the flower scattered somewhere throughout. So, you know, it's part of the same theme. It's part of the same like series of illustrations, like if you're somebody that's going to have a lot of the pieces from this year. So yeah, I wanted them to look like they were part of a connected piece. So yeah, that is what I like to do every single month. Now let's get more specific into our character that we have created for the monkeys. So I really had a hard time with this piece coming up with the concept for it initially. I had no idea what I was gonna do. I was like, okay, how am I gonna incorporate this monkey? Am I gonna do like a pattern on clothing like I did for last month to incorporate the like sign instead? Because the only thing that I could think of that was monkey related was Super Monkey Ball and Bobby Jack. Because I grew up in the 2000s, so Bobby Jack was heavy on the mind, and I was like, I can't just do Bobby Jack because that would be terrible, and I can't make stickers of that. because that's, first of all, that's not my IP. I can't just do that. And second of all, that's a cop out. I feel like I need to do a little something more. And I was drawing all of these cute little monkeys. If you want to see all of my test monkeys, again, that's gonna be up on the Patreon. I like to post like a behind the scenes every single month of like what I am thinking as I'm working on it, so you guys can kind of see ahead of time. I forgot to post it this month, but it will be up probably like at least a day or so before this video goes up, both on YouTube and on Patreon. So yeah, if you want to see like the planning, the concept for this character, that will be on there. So I was drawing all these cute monkeys, and the thing that was bothering me was like the monkey was super stylized, obviously. So then I felt like, okay, well, if I'm gonna do this monkey and have it be super stylized, but also imply that it's a real monkey, should my character be super stylized? And then my partner was like, why don't you just make it a plush monkey? And I was like, you freaking genius. Oh my god, that's gonna be so cute. Like this little, like, adorable, like, stuffed monkey. It's gonna be precious. It's gonna be adorable. So that's what I ended up doing, and I think that really helped me kind of bring together the story for this character as well. I tried to work on it a little bit, again, on TikTok, on livestream, because I really wasn't happy with the initial sketch that I ended up posting to Patreon that you guys will see. It's a little bit different. You can see, like, the similarity in like what I was thinking, but like as a whole it's a little bit different. And I think that's because like I just didn't know what to do for this character. So once I decided, like, okay, I'm not gonna do a stylized character, I'm gonna do a realistic, quote unquote, like in my style, like how I would do like a real person, as opposed to like a more doodly, like cartoonish type character. So once I decided that I was gonna go that route, I was like, okay, so who is this person? Why do they have this stuffed monkey? Is this like a child and this is like their toy, or is this like a grown-up and this is like their, their comfort animal thingy? Because I know you all have one, you liars, you freaking liars. Every adult I know has like a mountain of squishmallows, so I know some of you have some little babies. My mom actually has a squishmallow monkey, so I thought that was super adorable. But I kind of was like really struggling, because I was like, okay, do I want to do a child character? Because does anybody want a print of a random child on there? Like, I don't think that is anything anybody wants. Like, it's not like part of like a, like, this isn't like Gravity Falls, you know what I mean? This isn't like Gravity Falls fan art somebody's hanging on their wall. This is just like a random character. So I was like, okay, maybe that's not the route that I want. But if I do go that route, okay, I still want there to be like a story involved. I wanted the character to be interacting with the monkey a little bit more, because in the initial sketch she's just kind of like holding it there. So I was like, okay, I need to come up with a little more story so I can give this a little bit more of like a vibe, like a little bit more of a story. So I ended up kind of like slowly, as we went, developing it of like, okay, we're gonna do a plush monkey. Okay, what can I do with these colors? Where can I place them? Oh my god. And I don't know how I stumbled upon this, but I was like, what if she made it? Like, what if she was a crafter? And that's why she's like holding it up, because it's not just like okay, here I am holding my, comfort stuffed animal or whatever. It's more of like a, look at this thing that I made. Like, I did that thing. And I thought that was super cute, especially because I was looking at like careers and stuff for like the sign of the monkey, because that's something that is typical as well, is like in like, it's like oh my god, come on brain, in that culture it's like you're born under a certain sign. Okay, here's some suggested careers. You obviously don't have to go with them, but like, here's like something that works well with what your personality is, because you were born under this sign, so that means you have this vibe, that means you would work well in this environment. And one of those was a freelancer. And I was like, okay, maybe this is her business. Maybe this is her small biz. And she makes little plushies, and that's cute. So I tried to make it look like the monkey had like one of those little clay faces, like if you've seen. It's like this plush, like I see them a lot with like bears on Pinterest and stuff. It'll be like these little clown bears, like with stuffed bodies, but then they have like little clay faces. So I painted like one of the cheeks only partially, and I put like paint splatters in the background. You guys will see. I put some paint on her face and stuff too, so it would kind of look like, okay, she just got done, or maybe she's in the process of making this monkey and she's really proud of it and is like showing it off. I don't know. I thought that was really cute. Um, I really still struggled with the color palette of this piece, so I thought for a little bit that I was gonna only focus on the pastel yellow, the brown, and the green. And then I was like, well, okay, no, because one of the colors is gold already, right? So that's basically yellow, because I don't have any, like, I'm not embossing this, I'm not putting any, like, real shimmer on it, so it's gonna be yellow, pretty much. It's just a deeper yellow, which will come, in shading and stuff like that. So how can I, like, if I'm just gonna do the same colors essentially, but then take one out, I might as well put that one back in. You know what I mean? Or well, I guess two if you count white, which I don't. I don't count white. I don't think that counts as a color. But anyway, I tried to add the white and the blue back in, and for a while I was really scared that it was giving Minecraft because I have Minecraft on the brain, as most people do right now currently. So having the cardigan, and I wanted this like soft like checker pattern. Originally it was going to be all green, but then I was like, I'm using so much green, I want to bring this blue back in. Let me put blue around the cuffs or like the collars or something. And then I was like, why is this giving Minecraft? And then I asked my partner and he said it wasn't, so I went with it anyway. But like if it's giving Minecraft to you, let me know. Validate me in the comments. Do you think this is giving Minecraft, and is that a bad thing? Maybe do we like that it's giving Minecraft? Maybe should Mojang add monkeys to Minecraft? Questions for today. So yeah, feel free to leave answer to both of those questions down in the comments below. But that is pretty much it for this illustration. Honestly, there's not much else to say. The only thing I can comment on is that the realistic-ish peony was very hard to draw for some reason. As somebody who's drawn a lot of peonies, that was hard, and I was upset. But the cartoon peony, the little, like, because the peony that the monkey is holding is supposed to be a plush too, and I think it was super cute. It's adorable. I love it so much. The sticker for this month I don't have a speed paint of, but it's literally just the monkey, again the same exact monkey, because that's what I've been doing to save myself time. Good lord. And also just because, like, I'm proud of that part of the illustration, so that's what I would want the sticker to be. I just took the monkey's head and put the little plush flower on by his ear, like his mommy has, because I think it's adorable. But yeah, that is it for this video, you guys. Again, if you want to join all of the wonderful patrons here on screen, thank you guys so much for supporting me and helping me make this art, and getting this art from me, and like showing me it hanging in your house. You guys make me cry. I love you so much. If you want to join these guys and get these in the mail, make sure you check out my Taro through chamomile tier. If you're just here for more vibey stuff like behind the scenes and podcast and discounts on commissions and shop stuff, yeah, did you know I have that on there as well? Feel free to check out Chai through Peach, I believe. Oh no, Strawberry, my little strawberries. I didn't forget you. I didn't forget, I swear. I just thought that Strawberry was before Peach for some reason. Anyways, feel free to check out those tiers as well. It starts at as little as $1 a month. So if you're interested in that, again, that's patreon.com/eddiescribs. If you are just interested in watching me yap for a really long time and make art and stuff like that, feel free, again, to subscribe to this channel. I make videos every single Saturday at 3 p.m. I'm considering moving that time. It will probably be Saturday still, but I'm maybe experimenting with the upload time. I don't know yet. I'm not solid on that. But yeah, if if I do change it and you don't want to miss an upload, maybe hit the notification bell and turn on all notifications, because YouTube sucks at notifying people. it's really bad. Anyways, I have yapped for far too long. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one, which is, oh no, I haven't decided. Because when I made the calendar for the year, every single video was like the last month I was gonna do a vlog, and then I realized I don't do enough stuff to make a vlog. I don't leave the house enough, I should say, to make an interesting vlog. And my studio vlogs would look like, oh, Eddie crouches over their iPad for 8 hours and then clocks out. So that is not fun to watch. So it also says or left versus right, but that may change as well depending on what I feel like doing when I get back. So I love you guys. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.